alongside my friend Connor Mills, and we're set to go. The 125-pound weight class, Trevor Giallombardo of Ohio in the green, and then Jake Ferri in yellow and gold. Giallombardo 3-6 on the year for Ohio. Redshirt freshman from Gaylord, Michigan, coming off of a 6-1 victory over Cliff Conway of VMI last weekend.
Jake Ferri getting in a crackdown position, trying to really retain possession of that leg. Giallombardo's doing a nice job trying to funk out of that and get into a better position.
Stalemate called as we'll reset. Jake Ferri, also a freshman in this Kent State lineup, 10-11. His overall record on the year.
Ferri again in on the leg. Doing a nice job getting height, and he's almost got the 2, but really nice job by Giallombardo to really reverse and get that 2 there.
Trevor Giallombardo gets the first takedown of the night. 2-0. Trevor with a lead. 1.5 minutes to go in the first period.
One escape, Ferri.
Ferri now gets an escape to make it 2-1. Jake Ferri, his last time out, a 6-3 loss to Alonzo Allen of Campbell University. That was at the Virginia Duels last weekend. Now 1 minute to go in the opening period.
Ferri's really trying for that low ankle pick, and he's got it this time.
2, takedown, Ferri.
Ferri gets the takedown, 3-2.
He's going to keep that head, he's going to keep the leg locked over there and try to roll him over. As long as he keeps that bottom leg right there, he's about 20 seconds up to try to get some near fall, get some more points.
10 seconds to go opening period now. Ferri really controlling the last minute or so for Kent State.
He won't have enough riding time to get the point yet, but 36 seconds left.
That's the end of one. Jake Ferri with a 3-2 lead over Trevor Giallombardo. The riding time for Ferri at 36 seconds right now. Giallombardo trying to escape.
He's getting really tight with the tight waist underneath. Really keeping pressure on Trevor and keeping him down there. Trevor's fighting up, but...
And there's the escape from Trevor Giallombardo. 3-3 tie, 125 to go second period here in this 125-pound weight class matchup.
He does now have the riding time, so there will be a point unless Trevor is able to get back on top of him.
Riding time right now at 1:04 for Jake Ferri. Ferri, the freshman, as I said, 10-11. 4 major decisions in those 21 matches for Ferri.
The real key there to that takedown right there, Gabe, he put his head right underneath the armpit, and Trevor wasn't really able to go anywhere. He was able to hold him there, get in position, and Ferri put himself in a nice position to get the 2.
5-3 now, Jake Ferri. 4 major decisions for Ferri. Most of his matches have been close this year.
Escape, Giallombardo.
Giallombardo escapes and makes it a 1-point match. 20 seconds to go, second period.
That's great hustle right there by Jake Ferri. About 5 seconds left. Ferri really pushing the pace and getting another takedown.
And that'll be it for the second period. What a move by Ferri right at the end. Less than 10 seconds to go in the second period, and you'll see it again here.
Here we go. There's the takedown I was talking about earlier. He really put his head right into the armpit and was able to circle around to get his 2.
7-4 Jake Ferri as we begin the third period.
Ferri's really going on the attack right now. Staying low to those sweep singles. He got himself in a little difficult position right now. Again, one in that crackdown position. Once he gets that second arm around, he's got to drive back to try to get the takedown.
Stalemate called as
Stalemate.
Giallombardo, after getting in a decent position, couldn't really do anything with it.
Yeah, Giallombardo was kind of hoping for that stalemate there. Whenever you lock up, you got to either lift it or try to do something with it. In that case, he just kind of stayed there and hoped for the stalemate. That way they could restart again and get into a better position.
1:15 to go, third period.
Very, very smooth on that shot. Once he's stuck again underneath. Giallombardo's doing a nice job defending, sprawling.
Stalemate.
Trying to get him stuck down there, but that's not going to get him any points.
Giallombardo, as I said, just a redshirt freshman, a very talented wrestler. Went 14-14 last season for the Bobcats, but coming in from Michigan, a state runner-up in 2015 and 5th in the state in 2016. Joe Greenlee picked him up, a talented wrestler. He's down 7-4 here, 30 seconds to go, third period.
Right now, Trevor's got to look for something big. He's down 7-4. Really got to go for a throw. Now he's been warned for stalling.
Stalling green.
Unusual, something that you would see, Gabe, from somebody who's down in a match right now.
5 seconds, third period. Jake Ferri looks like he's going to hang on, and he does. Ferri takes a 7-4 decision over Trevor Giallombardo.
And the Golden Flashes.
Kent State gets a 3-0 lead after one match here tonight.
For the Golden Flashes,
Here we go, the replay. He's got the fake in there. He's setting them up.
Kelly.
And Ferri just kind of hanging on the head. Those match is going to be over right. Smart wrestling by Trevor Ferri to get Kent State their first victory of the night.
And that'll bring us to the 133-pound weight class in one of our matches of the night. Cameron Kelly of Ohio, the only ranked wrestler for the Ohio Bobcats, currently ranked 15th in the nation in the 133-pound class, against Anthony Tutolo of Kent State.
Cameron Kelly, he has to get his head out of there. There we go.
2 takedown, Kelly.
As Kelly gets a quick takedown, 25 seconds into this opening period. Tutolo 21-8 on the year. Cam Kelly 17-3.
Nice job staying in position by Kelly.
Kelly, the junior from Bellbrook, Ohio.
Looks like they run into a little bit of an issue with the riding time. They didn't reset the riding time from the previous match. They're going to try to figure out how much riding time Kelly has.
Scoreboard currently says 1 minute and 18 seconds of riding time, but we're only 36 seconds into this first period. As Joe Greenlee makes his way to the scorer's table. Greenlee, the 20th year head coach for the Ohio Bobcats.
We're going to look at the takedown again. going in for a high crotch. Really switching it over to a single. Now he's going to try to reach over and get the other leg. He does there. His head's stuck. He doesn't have 2 yet. As soon as he pops that head and drives him over, then the ref will give him 2. And just nice power out of Kelly. Really had to use his legs there to drive him over and get the takedown.
They give Kelly 10 seconds of riding time. At least that's what the scoreboard says currently. Kelly with the takedown leads 2-0 over Anthony Tutolo. Kent State leads the match 3-0 after Jake Ferri won a 7-4 decision over Trevor Giallombardo.
And riding time can be crucial in a match like this. 2 talented wrestlers. It could go down to the wire.
One escape.
Tutolo escapes there. Just over a minute into this match.
Lots of hand fighting from these 2 talented wrestlers. Trying to set up a shot, get momentum. Try to get out to the other side, and there's Kelly on the takedown. In that crackdown position right there.
Kelly in complete control now over Tutolo. He gets a couple for the pin, and it's 4-1.
Didn't get the near fall points now, but he's got a half Nelson sunk deep on Tutulo's right side. Kelly's got to go over to the same side. It looks like he's got a bar arm on the other side, too. So it's really his option where he wants to go with this one. Is he going to take him over, or is he going to go the other way?
Tutolo gets his point for the escape. 45 seconds opening period. Cameron Kelly with a 4-2 lead.
That was nice wrestling by Tutolo. You know, he could have been in real trouble, almost giving up some back points, but he didn't. He was able to escape, and that's what good wrestlers do. Here's a takedown again. He really goes in for the high crotch, then sweeps it over to a single into the crackdown position.
And as you said, nice job by Tutolo just to not give up any back points there.
As soon as he kind of turns that corner, Kelly got that too.
10 seconds left in the opening period. I think Kelly's content just to take a 4-2 lead.
Looks like it.
Cameron Kelly, someone who doesn't fall behind a lot.
No, he does not.
Even when he does, he's still just as dangerous. We saw him fall behind 6-1 at Central Michigan a couple weeks ago, about a minute into the match, and they didn't even get out of the first period.
No, Kelly was able to put his opponent into a bear hug and really control the match after that. Got some back points and then pinned him.
Tutolo got a point for an escape.
Tutolo kind of just dove in for that leg and hoping for the takedown. He's a strong wrestler, so he can kind of muscle that leg towards him. As everyone knows, you know, a leg is going to be stronger than your arm.
And there it is. Kelly gets another 2. The crowd was wanting it for a while.
He was in that close position where refs sometimes give it, sometimes not. Tutolo still had that leg. So it was really a judgment call there, and the referee waited until it was clear and cut for Kelly to get the 2.
45 seconds to go, second period. Cameron Kelly up by 3 in this 133-pound weight class matchup.
He's really taking advantage of the riding time. Just surpassed 2 minutes right now.
"15 seconds to go, second period now. Kelly's riding time, as he said, all the way up at 2:20. Clock winding down, and that'll do it for the second period. Cameron Kelly with a 3-point lead. Kelly, his last time out, pinned Hunter Farmer of VMI. Looking for his third consecutive victory in a few weeks.
There's no real urgency here from Kelly as he has the riding time. It's now impossible for him to lose it.
Kelly escapes and gets another point, so it's 7-3 Cameron Kelly.
Tutolo, nice job with the whizzer. He's going to try to funk and got himself in a little trouble.
2, takedown, Kelly.
Kelly's got a cradle locked up, and now he's got the near fall points.
He gets the takedown, then he'll get the 4 points for back points.
Right now, Kelly is in great position. He's got that bottom leg hooked. He's got his hands over by the head. He's going to try to turn him there.
4, near fall, Kelly.
There's the 4 for the near fall. It's now 13-3 Cameron Kelly. 46 seconds to go, third period. Tutolo coming off that dominant weekend last weekend, 4-0 at the Virginia Duels. Was hoping to carry that momentum into tonight's matchup with Kelly.
Well, he ran into a very, very good wrestler. It's going to be interesting to see how Kelly can do into the postseason.
Stalemate.
And there's the stalemate called. Anthony Tutolo down 13-3, and here it is again.
Yeah, Tutolo really he tried the funk, was not able to get underneath those legs, and it cost him.
2,
There's
near
another
fall,
2 for
Kelly.
Kelly on the takedown. 15-3 Cameron Kelly, 5 seconds to go, third period. And Cameron Kelly gets a victory.
Really just great wrestling overall by Cameron
Major
Kelly.
decision for the Bobcats.
He put himself in great position, especially when he got that
It's
funk.
a Bobcat victory. It's time
If he was in a
for
bad position, that could have went
t-shirt
against him, but he's a smart wrestler. He works hard.
Cameron Kelly is fired up.
141-pound.
He's got a nice little tilt there to get the 2 points at the end there.
Tim Rooney.
The 15-3 decision.
And for the Bobcats, Nick Vestal.
Vestal will wrestle for Ohio now. In the 149-pound weight class, Chance Driscoll wrestles for Kent State. Rooney gives Kent State a 6-4 lead on the match. As Nick Vestal, the redshirt freshman from Wilmington, Ohio, steps in the circle for the Bobcats. And Chance Driscoll, the fifth-year senior, steps in for Kent State.
Once again, you see 2 wrestlers. That's a nice shot by Driscoll, really getting to the leg. He was able to lower his elevation when he was on his knee. Now he's going to sky it.
2,
Gets the
takedown, Vestal.
Vestal gets a takedown just under a minute into this one. 2-0. The lead.
Going back on the replay, Vestal really does a nice job elevating the leg, really getting the best position to be able to take him down.
1, escape, Driscoll.
As Driscoll escapes and gets a point for himself. Nick Vestal had a heck of a first year for Joe Greenlee. Went 27-10 with 7 pins and 5 major decisions last season.
Once again, that is Nick Vestal wrestling for the Bobcats.
.102 to go opening period. Vestal with a 2-1 lead.
Nice sprawl by Vestal. Able to get the underhook in there with his left arm. Wasn't able to use it.
His headgear comes off and play will stop. 29 seconds opening period. Vestal with a 2-1 lead over Driscoll. Kent State leads the match 6-4. Jake Ferri defeated Trevor Giallombardo for Kent State to get this one started, and then Cameron Kelly of Ohio came back with a 15-3 major decision over Anthony Tutolo to give Ohio a 4-3 lead, and then Tim Rooney came back with a victory for the Flashes. A 3-2 decision. Made it 6-4 Kent State. That's the end of one here in the 149-pound weight class matchup. Nick Vestal with a 2-1 lead over Chance Driscoll. Driscoll 8-9 on the year.
False start there on Driscoll. It's got to be the whistle first, then he can move.
Vestal escapes.
Escape, Vestal.
3-1 the lead. 15 seconds into the second period.
Vestal's got to be careful here not to get a fleeing the mat penalty. He's got to still sprawl, but not run away.
Two, takedown, Driscoll.
Driscoll really getting that arm around the other leg was the real key to getting this takedown.
Ties this one up at 3, 1:10 to go, second period.
Vestal's got to hope for a fresh start here, trying to get out of bounds. And he'll get it.
Head coach Jim Andrassi fired up over there near the bench at Kent State. Andrassi, in his 13th year with the Flashes, really built a program over there at Kent State. Flashes have sent at least 5 qualifiers to the NCAA championships for the last 9 seasons. Driscoll on top, really controlling. Now the riding time goes over a minute.
Vestal's in a little bit of trouble not being able to leave. Driscoll's got the leg kind of captured behind there. He's kind of riding with his legs back at his at Vestal's right foot. Gets hit for stalling there. take a look back at the high crotch here. He goes from the high crotch, kind of cracks down, but really smart wrestling here by the edge. He's going to pull him back in, which will allow him to get that takedown. If he were to drive out there, then kind of runs a pike, takes him down, gets the other arm, and drives into him. And he drove into him before, they would have went out of bounds, he would have had the takedown.
Driscoll gets the escape right away, and it's 4-3. Chance Driscoll over Nick Vestal.
Driscoll's also got riding time right now.
Driscoll with 1 minute and 21 seconds of riding time. Right before that third period, Joel Greenlee got up out of his seat and yelled at Vestal, "I need to see 100%. Let's go."
He's looking for where was the wrestler in the first period. Vestal came out firing. He got the first takedown. He looked pretty good. Now he's kind of slowed down as the match has progressed.
Driscoll trying to come up with another big win for Kent State. His last time out, Chance Driscoll wrestled up a class and got a 3-1 victory over Zach Barnes of Campbell. Looking for 2 in a row.
Whenever your coach asks you to go up a weight, you know he can really count on you to do the job. Whether that's to save bonus points against a quality wrestler, or if it's to go up there, do your job, and get a win.
Driscoll listed in the 141-pound weight class. Now wrestling for the second straight time in the 149-pound weight class, and he's got a 4-3 lead over Nick Vestal. 30 seconds to go third period. He's also got a minute and 21 seconds of riding time.
Vestal's got to pick it up here if he wants to get a win. Kind of just diving. He's in a little bad position right now. Desperation move from Vestal.
10 seconds to go. And head coach Jim Andrassi out of his seat and gives his
3-point decision.
fifth-year senior a nice little ovation.
157 pounds.
Driscoll gets a 5-3 decision victory.
Coach and
Cats, Cullen Cummings.
Now to the 157-pound weight class, it'll be Cullen Cummings of Ohio against Casey Sparkman of Kent State.
If Ohio wants to be in this match, Cummings has to really win this one, hopefully get some bonus points, really bring his team back into it. Match isn't getting away from them yet, but if they get a little bit lazy, it will get away, and the woes will continue.
Cullen Cummings, 7-8 on the year for Ohio, the redshirt senior from Woodridge, Illinois. Trying to get to 500.
Trying to go a little upper body there with the over-unders. Wasn't able to do anything. Both wrestlers still kind of trying to feel their way out, see what the style is of the other one, and try to exploit it.
Casey Sparkman, 18-12 on the 2017-2018 year. The junior from Massillon, Ohio, currently has 97 career wins for Kent State. Barring anything major, he'll hit that 100 mark this year.
Getting 100 wins, like I said, in high school, it's impressive, but it's even more impressive if you can do it at the college level.
A minute 15 to go, opening period. Still no score between Casey Sparkman and Cullen Cummings.
Sparkman's kind of a laid-back wrestler. He's looking for Cummings to come into him and then try to see if he could defend it and then turn it into points of his own. aggressive on that one.
2 takedown, Sparkman.
Sparkman gets the first takedown of the match. 2-0.
Near fall, Sparkman.
There it is again, the near fall. Another 2. 4-0, Casey Sparkman.
1 escape, Cummings.
Cummings then gets a quick escape.
For Sparkman, when he gets that takedown, it really is impressive when he goes to the back and then gets those 2 backs immediately. Very mat-aware wrestler, knows what he can do. Cummings trying to get him in a cradle.
5 seconds opening period. That's the end of 1. Casey Sparkman with a 4-1 lead, and you said it, he just picks his spots very nicely.
He does, and he picked his spot perfectly this time and taking him right to his back. He's able to hold him there for the 2 count and kind of pull away with it a little bit. Cummings is not out of the match by all means. But it's very smart wrestling from Sparkman.
1 escape, Cummings.
Cummings gets the escape. Still down 2. Sparkman 1-1 in Mid-American Conference play. But as we've been talking about, just a very smart wrestler, and it leads to major victories, major decisions for Casey Sparkman. 6 of them. 6 major decisions on the year for Sparkman.
You don't get 97 wins by luck. You know, it takes a lot of talent and a lot of intelligence to do it. In addition to the hard work that he puts in.
He led Kent State last year as well with 26 victories.
2 takedown, Sparkman.
As he gets another 2 there, and it's 6-2. 50 seconds to go in the second period.
Sparkman really does pick his spot. A little shuck back there. No bonus points, but it keeps Cummings a little bit aware that he's got it in his repertoire.
Riding time now mounting for Casey Sparkman.
Sparkman's going to get hit for stalling because he's parallel riding right now. Let's go back to the takedown. He really waits for Cummings to come in and then counters that. He sees that Cummings is going to come in with a shot. He defends it of his own and then turns it into a shot and into points for himself.
"15 seconds to go, second period. Sparkman trying to add. Cummings gets a point for the escape. All 3 points on escapes for Cullen Cummings. 3 seconds, second period, and that'll do it. Casey Sparkman will start on the bottom of the referee's position.
Cullen Cummings really has to decide here, is he going to ride him out for a little bit, get rid of the riding time, and then let him up and try to take him down? Or is he going to try to ride him out and see if he can turn him?
Riding time now down under a minute at 53 seconds and counting.
No takedowns yet for Cummings. Looks like his only option is going to be try to get some near fall as his way to get back into the match.
40 seconds into the third period, a minute 20 to go.
Cummings won't be able to get the riding time point, even if he rides him for the entire third period.
Clock now under a minute to go, third period, and there's the whistle. And head coach Jim Andrassi telling Sparkman, let's go. Come on. Add to this lead.
A little extra motivation there. Cummings kind of pulling him right back on top of him. Lucky that didn't go into a reversal or even worse.
Point for the escape, 7-3. Sparkman coming off an 11-5 decision over Austin Frazier of Campbell last weekend, and now a 9-4 lead. Excuse me, a 7-3 lead against Cullen Cummings. "15 seconds to go, third period, and Cullen Cummings is going to need a mini miracle."
Gotta try when he goes over-unders, maybe go for a big throw at the end. It's not going to happen.
It's Casey Sparkman.
3-point decision victory for the Golden Flashes.
Improves to 19-12 on the year. Cullen Cummings falls to 7-9.
165-pound weight
Gives
class
Kent State a
for the Golden
12-4
Flashes,
lead.
Isaac Bast. And for the Bobcats, Joe Terry.
When he's pulling on back here, it's almost a dangerous position. Cummings is glad that he was able to expose himself, save some bonus points, and save some team points. But Ohio University has to try and get some wins and string some together, or else this match is all but over.
To this 165-pound weight class, it's Joe Terry for Ohio, Isaac Bast for Kent State. Bast 17-15 on the year for the Golden Flashes. The junior from Massillon, Ohio, is 1-1 in Mid-American Conference play. Joe Terry 9-7 for the Bobcats, the redshirt freshman from Pickerington, Ohio. Trying to get Ohio a little momentum.
Right now, there's not a lot of energy from the Ohio bench side over there. A lot of people kind of just sitting down and watching. Move over to Kent State. You got people moving over there. They're working a little bit more energetic. Seems to be making a little bit of a difference.
.125 to play, opening period. Joe Terry last season for Ohio, 13-9 overall. So approaching that 13-win mark this year. Still very young in his wrestling career here at Ohio.
Stalemate there, not much happening. We're getting caught up in the hand fighting a little bit with a low ankle pick, but that's nice by Joe Terry. The agility there to get out of there before it gets dangerous.
Clock now under a minute. We've seen a lot of this tonight, just some slow starts to these matches.
A little bit unusual because if you go into the first period, that's when you'd imagine you'd be most energetic. You're well rested, you're going in, instead of in the third period where you've gone through 5 minutes already of wrestling. Now you got to go through 2 minute more.
Bast trying to make something happen. 10 seconds to go, first period. Here in match number 6 of the night.
Trying to fight for head position there, trying to see what they can get. Not much.
Joe Terry starts on the bottom in the referee's position to begin period number 2.
Once again, this first point
escape,
can be
Terry.
critical for Joe Terry if this thing goes into overtime.
Terry gets the point for the escape. Isaac Bast, the more experienced wrestler, a junior.
Terry with just really bad shot right there. He kind of shot with his head down, not really looking where the leg was going. And Bast took advantage of that. Where Terry thought the leg was going to be, he took it away, and Bast capitalized.
Bast with a 2-1 lead. Just like Sparkman, he picks his spots. He's not just going to willy-nilly attack.
He's very good at reacting to what's happening out on the mat instead of really pushing the pace a little bit.
Terry gets the escape. We're tied at 2. Bast 4 major decisions in his 32 appearances for Kent State this year. So he's in a lot of close back and forth. "20 seconds to go, second period." So we'll see if either of these wrestlers try to make something happen in the final 10 seconds.
Bast will most likely choose down and escape going into the third period. So this really matches on Joe Terry. Can he push the pace enough in the third period to try to get that takedown? So far, he hasn't been able to do that. I'm going to take a look at this shot again.
Terry escapes 3-2. Excuse me, Bast escapes.
And Terry's really in a bad position right now. All Bast has to do is elevate that leg.
Stalemate.
And that's lucky for Joe Terry for the stalemate. Had Bast elevated that leg, would have been able to turn around and then get the 2. Terry again diving at that leg. He's got the agility. He's going to fight it off for a while, but
2 takedown.
Bast gets the takedown. 5-2 the score, 1:15 to go, third period.
Bast really has proved that he's best in these scramble positions. You know, like I said, he's going to react. If Terry's going to take a shot, he's going to react to that shot and then try to see how he can turn it into points for himself. If it's going to be points off the takedown, or maybe he tries to go for a 4-point throw. Who knows?
Terry escapes. He gets 1.
Terry.
Makes it 5-3, Isaac Bast. And Bast, despite Kent State winning against Campbell last weekend, he lost 16-6 to Quentin Perez. So he's trying to get a bounce-back win over Joe Terry. And he's 25 seconds away from doing so. Terry needs to make something happen quick. 10 seconds, third period.
Terry's got to go for a takedown. Tries for one, gets stuck underneath.
And that'll do it.
3-point decision victory.
Isaac Bast gets a...
We're going to take a look at the reaction from Bast here. Terry originally had that shot, but Bast put himself in better position. He was able to sprawl off of it, get that ankle, and turn it into 2 for himself.
Kent State
Here
now
again.
leads 15-4.
Here again, you saw Bast was able to scramble in that position. Terry was very unable to do it.
Isaac Bast wins 5-3. Makes it 15 for Kent State as we head to the 174-pound weight class. Dylan Barreiro of Kent State at 18-14 on the year. Barreiro, the redshirt freshman, 1-1 in Mid-American Conference play. And Arsen Arshughyan wrestles for Ohio. Arshughyan just 1-1 on the year. The redshirt junior from Armenia will try to get a victory for the Bobcats and put them back in this thing. Kent State just so talented up and down the lineup.
You got that right, Gabe. And very smart wrestlers, too. They're not putting themselves in bad positions. They're able to react when Ohio University tries to do something. And that's a credit to the coaching. Arshughyan defending this pretty well, considering his leg's in the air, but eventually when that leg goes that high, he's going to fall.
First takedown of the match goes to Barreiro. He leads 2-0. 1:25 to go, opening period. Arshughyan, as I said, just 1-1 on the year. He had an 8-6 decision victory over VMI's Cade Kelly last weekend. As he escapes there and gets a point.
Right now, Gabe, the only victory is that major decision from Cameron Kelly at 133. The Bobcats haven't really been able to get any other wins.
And nearly the same thing happened a couple weeks ago at Central Michigan. Central Michigan defeated Ohio 29-9, and for a while, Cameron Kelly's 6-point pin was the only thing that had the Bobcats on the board. .30 to go, opening period. Barreiro leads Arshughyan.
Arshughyan trying for a little trip there. Just lost the arms.
Barreiro trying to make something happen there at the end and nothing doing. End of the first period. Barreiro leads 2-1, and here's the takedown.
Originally, Arshughyan was doing a nice job trying to defend this shot from Barreiro. But right there, he's able to get that leg and trip him and make him fall back.
And an escape from Barreiro gives him a 3-1 lead. Barreiro, another wrestler for Kent State, who despite the victory last weekend at Campbell, took a 16-4 major decision loss to Andrew Morgan of Campbell. So he's trying to bounce back tonight as well.
Arshughyan looks like he wants to go upper body. Throwing in a couple of those leg kicks there. Trying to get in a trip or really a big play move. Arshughyan once again in trouble as that leg is off. He's just going to go down.
Another 2 for Barreiro, 5-1. Arshughyan gets another point for an escape. Both points for Arshughyan on escapes. Barreiro a couple takedowns. And earned an escape as well. 20 seconds to go, second period. Here in match number 7 of the night. Kent State with a 15-4 lead over Ohio.
Arshughyan really keeping the hands. Arshughyan's keeping his hands on the mat. Barreiro forcing him down there towards the end of the period.
Here's the takedown from Barreiro.
There you saw the leg kick. That was just going to run the pike right there. Put a lot of pressure on that other leg, and you're just going to fall.
It's the second time in this match Arshughyan's been caught with his leg up.
One, escape, Arshughyan.
Arshughyan gets his third escape. It's 5-3.
Arshughyan's been looking for that big move the whole match. Looks like his best chance right now is try to hit one here in the third period if he's looking to get Ohio University back into its winning ways.
Arshughyan, his last time out against Cade Kelly of VMI, was also in a close match. He was tied. He was tied at 6 with about a minute to go. He was able to escape for a point, and then he got a point for riding time at the end of it, and got an 8-6 decision victory. But the escape in the third period gave him the win. Here he's down 2, 5-3.
Riding time's not a factor either.
Riding time not a factor. It's at 49 seconds for Barreiro. 40 seconds to go third period.
With under 30 here to wrestle, Barreiro's kind of going to go defensive. I don't really see him going on the offense, as there's really no reason for him to do so. Arshughyan going to be trying for a couple shots. There's that move. There you get a fresh start.
12 seconds to go third period.
Overheard one of the coaches. Barreiro does not have a stall call. Now he does.
Calling red.
And that'll do it. Dylan Barreiro. 5-3 decision over Arsen Arshughyan, and Kent State leads 18-4.
184-pound weight.